Hello, the internet. It is Sunday, the 24th of March, 2024, and welcome back to the channel. Oh, that's a bit strange. For some reason, my Restream is just not working. I know I'm streaming, but I can't log into the Restream portal. I don't know if anyone else is using Restream.io and they just can't. It's just timing out. It was working and now it's not, so I don't understand it, but I'm not going to worry about it because I know I'm live. The DJI Transmission, you know, this device we've been talking about and I've been saying I need to get for my upcoming mission to Uluru. Well, I have it here now. In fact, I am using it right now to stream from. I'll explain the setup I've got in a moment, but what I want to do on this stream, I want to test this 6-kilometer range. This thing, for those that don't know what it is, and by the way, this is a YouTube stream, so if you're watching and you're not on YouTube, come on over to youtube.com/GibbsAMinute. Bam! You'll know what to do once you get there, but that's where we're broadcasting. You could see it everywhere, but we are focusing on the YouTube machine. Hey, it looks like Restream's working. Nope. Still having a hissy fit. Doesn't matter. Look what it's doing. It's just spinning. It's just spinning around. Just doing that. Okay. Oh, now it worked. Right on schedule. All right, we'll just let that roll, but doesn't really matter. So this device is a HDMI transmitter that allows you to take a signal from a device such as a camera or whatever the thing is that outputs HDMI, and then it lets you send that signal through the beautiful intergalactic space, through the air, to a receiver, and then the receiver sends that into your streaming encoder. Now, the beautiful thing about this particular version of this device from DJI is that the gap between the two can be a maximum of 6 kilometers. What the hell? Doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem plausible. Doesn't seem logical. But they say 6 kilometers. G'day, Luke. How you doing, man? I fixed my internet since we last spoke. Hell yeah. Get onto good internet. I'm on it right now. I love it. So what I want to do on this stream is test this 6-kilometer range. But here's my gut instinct. I don't think this is going to work. But here's my thing. Even if it doesn't work, it doesn't really matter. Well, hold on. In this test scenario, I'm sitting here at my desk. I'm going to walk out to the beach, and we're going to lose line of sight pretty quickly. Within 20 meters, we're going to lose line of sight. And this thing says 6-kilometer range with line of sight. So in my mind, I always thought, well, if it's 6 kilometers with line of sight, you should be able to get 1 or 2 kilometers without line of sight. So we're going to leave the receiver in this room where I'm sitting right now. We're going to take the transmitter and the camera and we're going to walk and we're going to just see what happens. Now, if that all fails, which I personally think it will fail, I've got very little hope for this, but if it does fail, I've kind of got a backup. Let me grab it. Somewhat of a backup anyway, not really a backup, but another alternative idea. And the alternative idea is to use just a little HDMI run. And I guess this is only a 10-meter cable run, maybe 15 max. What I could do, I could plug this in here, drag out the run outside, and get the receiver a little closer. I guess it's still not going to be line of sight though, but I could at least get the two devices a little bit closer together. If it doesn't work. If it works, then I won't need to do this. But my gut feeling, you've got a building. We're inside a building. Okay, I'll leave the door open, but we're inside a structure, and then we go along, and then we go down the sand dunes. And I just think that's when you're gonna. Unless DJI have some magical freaking sauce up their sleeve, I don't know. Yeah, so I've got this ready, but I hope I don't have to use it. The other thing I want to do is, obviously, I'm sitting here streaming with my setup. The only thing different is that my camera is actually plugged into the transmission. There might be a slight color difference. I feel like it uses a different color profile than just straight in through the capture card, but either way, it is what it is. I will be putting on my wide-angle lens just so that then when we start moving around, you know, it'll look better, right? So Luke, I've got faith in DJI. I mean, look, a lot of people use this device and talk about it in a very favorable manner. What I wanted to say about the reason I said if it doesn't work, it doesn't really matter, because what I'm going to do, or what I will do, we're obviously not going to use this device here. This is just for a test, but we are going to be using it in my van. And so what I could do is mount it in a temporary position that I can easily attach and disattach when I'm not using it, and I'll mount it to the roof racks so that then it'll always be outside of the vehicle. I'll have a cable run coming through the window or whatever. It's not permanent, right? It's just whenever we stop for the stream and we need to go away from the vehicle, I want the receiver to be as close to line of sight as possible. So if it's on top of the vehicle, technically that's the best position it can be. I also have a knee update for everyone. Hold off on that, Luke, until we do this. But I just want to engage this content, and then we'll think about other things. But I hope you're doing well. So with that in mind, shall we? Well, first of all, should I prove that I'm using? Do you know what we've got to do? We've got to use the microphone off the transmission. Okay, so let's do that first. So let's kill this mic. So I'm currently using this mic. We'll just kill that mic. So there'll be no mic for a second. I wasn't actually talking then. I was saying there's no mic. Now there should be a mic. And it's not this one. The microphone should be scratch on top of the camera. So we're not using that mic. We're now using this mic. So with that in mind, I can prove to you that I'm using the transmission by freaking picking it up and moving it around. So now have a separate or a different setup than what we're used to on stream. I don't need these on anymore. I could also, at this particular point, I could also put on my wide angle lens. I'll do that. What I'll do to get the wide angle lens back on, I'll put this mic back on. I'll cue this mic back in. I'm going to kill this mic. And I reactivated this mic. Now what I'm going to do is put on the GoPro so that you can see me changing this lens out and see what happens at this particular point. If I swap this lens out, I guess I've got to turn off the camera. I've got a little toothpick that I use to slide in underneath here to get to that. I've got a small rig cage and I need to get into it. So we'll just take this lens off, swap it out to the wide angle lens machine, put that on. I might even swap the battery out while we're here on the camera, just while we're not using it. We might as well just put a new freshie in there. I've also got power banks for all this when we're out on location, but just while we're here, I'm just using batteries. I'll probably use batteries while we walk around and then swap out to cables and stuff when we get stationary. So now what I've got to do is just set this lens up correctly. I've got a different profile here, including autofocusing and different ISO and whatnot. So I'll just set that up. Which one is it? Yeah, there you go. So we'll just drop all, and you can't see this yet on screen, but you'll be able to see it shortly. Auto ISO should be this. That should be the go. I'll just put this back here. So now what I'll do is I'll cut off the GoPro and cut back to this camera, and I'll kill this microphone and we'll bring on this microphone. I'll do that first. So I'm going to kill this mic. This mic is now, and now I've added this mic back to the mix. So now I'll get rid of the GoPro and we should be on the wide angle. So now we're on the wide angle. So that just is going to look better. I just feel like the wide angle is the go. So, I mean, at this particular juncture, I could show you this. Before we go any further, is this good? I guess I should take a quick listen, right? I should have a listen just for my own satisfaction. Let me just do that first, just to make certain that everything is good. Okay, everything's good. All right, so, Yeah, no, I'm confident that we're using that mic and not this mic. I don't, because if we start using this mic and we walk outside, you're not going to hear anything. So this one's off, right? I'll double confirm that. I'm pretty certain it is. If I just, yeah, it's off. It's off. Good. Okay. By the way, I'm using ultra low latency mode on YouTube for the first time. I don't know how that changes anything. Seems to be working better. Let me show you what this looks like by taking you into the bathroom. Please excuse my bathroom. Please excuse it. It's just a regular bathroom, but I want to show you the setup here. So this is what it looks like. The transmission on top. How well you can see all that. The high gain antennas. So these are going to get us better signal. It tells you on the front that it's connected with full strength. It's on auto, it's on control mode. Yeah, I've got it to the small rig. Can you see all that? I don't know how well you can see that. Mounted to a small rig GH5, and then I've also got a small rig adapter on the side here. What do they call that? A multi. So that's the setup. So I can see that it's fully connected with 4 bases, but don't forget we are sitting, actually right here, that's the receiving end. So that's your receiver right there. It's the same device, but it's just plugged in to where the camera would normally sit. Sorry, it's the same as the transmission, but it's got just the normal antenna on it. Now I wondered, can you see that? I guess I should probably put some more light on in this. I'll just turn my bedroom light on, that'll give us a little more light up here. Hope that makes it a little better. I did wonder if you needed to put the high gain antennas on these as well. They're coming off, the stream is going out with high gain antenna, so should the receiver also have a high gain antenna? I don't know. All right, so if everybody's happy, we'll go outside and we'll just see, and I'll keep an eye on the 4 bars of green, and we'll just see how this rolls. I don't have a chat with me though. I guess we're just gonna fly naked. I won't have a chat to read, but I'll be able to see by looking at the top of the green bars. I'll see if anything sketchy happens. So what I'm going to do to not dox myself, I'm going to cover the lens up as we go outside, and then once we're outside, I'll showcase things again. So let's do that. I guess I'll just open up all this crap first. By the way, if I'm on here, can I cut to the GoPro still? Yeah, of course. Just give me a second. I didn't know this would happen. I didn't know this would work, but that should work. Yeah, that should still work. Yeah. I'm just going to open up the. So just my take on this is I want this to work so badly, but I feel like it's not going to work. All right, let's do it. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I'm going to cover you up. I'll just open the door. I'm going to cover you. Oh, I've also got to change the exposures and stuff. What did we set this onto? I think we set it onto auto ISO. I'll just change it. I'll just put it there for the time being. All right, so by the way, when we do this, give me as much details as possible in the chat, like did the picture sketch out, did the audio sketch out, or did the audio keep going and the picture stop? Whatever the thing is, just put as much detail in the chat as possible. I'm going to cover you up. Well, we're heading outside. Get to a particular juncture, turn around. I have to reset my... That's blown out, isn't it? Yeah, let me just fix all that crap. Put the ISO down to 100. ISO 100. Put it to 1300. Okay, so I can see that we're 4 hours of greenness, and that should be good. We're going up. You get to see the beautiful ocean. Good surf, the small conditions, but good fun. Everything still looks good. we're about 10 meters now from the receiver end, and we don't have line of sight, obviously. We're far away from line of sight, but we do have full bars. I see 4 full bars. Gee, this swell looks better now when the tide's a bit. Yeah, I was a bit full. And I was, oh wow. So we still have 4 full bars. I kind of want to stop here, back in and have a look. I see that it's completely fine. You know, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put you on the bench. You can just enjoy the view, and I'll run just see if everything's still good at the stream end. So you guys can just enjoy the ocean view on that angel. I still see full connected with four green bars. We haven't lost. We haven't lost line of sight really. We kind of have. I can't see. Okay. Well, we have. I can't see the receiver, so that's line of sight. Right? It's in my room, doors open. I can't see it. So we have line of sight. I'm gonna run in and just. I'll be back. Okay, so I saw the scratchy audio, and I heard the and I saw the scratchy. I wonder. I'm just the audio issue could be my Edgewell USB card. I did note that it captures at 48 kilohertz, yet it's broadcast for some down conversion issue there. I mean, I can't change while we're streaming, but I can. But the scratchy. But hold on a second. I need to chat here because was it scratchy when we were in the room, or just scratchy as we've gone outside? I feel like you would have said something that was scratchy when we were inside. So it's only the fact that we moved away from the receiver that it's become scratchy. I kind of conclude from that it might be some audio interference, and it's also affected vision as well because the video is sketching out a little as well. I wonder if that's something to do with kind of electrical gear in the room. But either way, go over the edge, get out of line of sight. There we go. So let's get over the edge, out of line of sight, and see what happens, because I can check, or there is a check for me to do with the audio scratchy and scratchy by bringing that HDMI cable into the mix, and their receiver will be out of the bedroom. It'll be kind of sitting outside, so it's, if that's the issue. But just test this and go over the edge. It's also overexposed. I'll drop it down a little. Look at this wave. Look at that left. It's barreling. Well, you can see that, but all right, let's go to the edge here. Keep an eye on the signal. We are going down. I kept walking down thinking it might reconnect. It didn't, so I'm coming back up. That's reconnected. Okay, so let's park up on the bench. Think of what that means. Alright, so that means the vehicle, whenever I pull up anywhere to stream, the vehicle has to be within, I have to be able to see the vehicle. Oh. Be kind of cool. We should do a test of that by parking up at a field or something. Or along the highway or something. Just think and test the 6 kilometre thing. We can't test here. What we do is we can test the change the transmitter. I'll add the 15 meter HDMI cable and it'll bring it out of the building, and that way we can the scratchy the audio. We're heading back towards receiver, so it should be pretty now. Actually, towards, tell me if the disappears. Does the scratchiness completely disappear? That's interesting. I'm going to cover it up as we get in here. Does the scratchiness disappear as we get closer, as we enter the room? And I got to change all this auto ISO and stuff. Did that scratchiness disappear? Let me see. Okay, let me just check the chat. Hey Paul, how you doing? Yes, audio is scratchy, broken. It's as you walked out. When this works, this will be very cool. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be pretty rad if we can get this to work. I have a feeling it could be building interference. No signal signs are showing. Audio is still very limited. I just said unsupported signal. As you enter the room, it goes back to normal. Okay. So if that's the case, which it sounds like it is, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add this cable run of HDMI just to get the receiver out of this room, and we'll see if that fixes that. So I'm going to bring back in, first of all, I'll bring back in the GoPro. Here's the GoPro. I'll also bring this mic back in. So now we have this mic, we have both mics. I'll kill the GoPro, the DJI mic. So that mic's off, this mic's back on. It works in the room. Okay, cool. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, man. Yeah, okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take out the receiving end. I'll just turn it off. Just press it. I think you just press it once, or you press it and hold. I think you press and hold. Press and hold. So I've just unplugged it. By the way, that's what the receiving end looks like. It's just got the forward antenna and the battery on top. There is a way to power it from mains power, which will be very handy, but at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I've got to get under my desk, and from my USB capture card, I've got to plug this guy in. Just straighten this cable run out. Luke, where do you get your studio monitor speakers? They are from, well, they're KRKs, so I guess they're from KRK Rockets. Well, that's the product. It showed a TV test pattern. Okay, cool. Okay, TV test pattern. Yeah, right, so that's no signal. Let me just plug this in. Okay, here it is, pretty straightforward. We'll just plug this guy in here. Oh, we're gonna get a bit extra run. Okay, not something I factored in doing. Getting under my desk and unplugging all my crap. So now we have a cable run that'll go outside. I'll plug it back in here. So now all we've done is mitigate. So I'm turning this back on, and all I've done is swap out where this is going to be located. So I'll walk it as far outside as I possibly can. It's just I'll let it fire up first. Luke, any chance you can please send me the name later in a message, because I've been looking for something similar. Yeah, they're just called Rocket KR7s. KR7. Control A mode. Connected. So it's auto connected. 40 megabits a second. Okay, cool. All right, let me just walk this outside as far as it goes with this cable run, and then I'll come back in and we'll turn all that back on, and we'll go from there. I want to get the loops out if I can. Oh. Okay. Let's put this. I'll put it on a chair. Okay. There's also, I forgot that there's two, my AC on and the door open. That's really effective. I forgot that there's two green lights on top of the device that tells you it's connected. Is there two on? Yeah, there's two on this too. Okay, let's kill the GoPro. Ooh, unsupported signal. Did you see that? Interesting. Unsupported signal. Huh? Why would that be an unsupported signal? It's literally the same. I don't understand that. Unsupported signal. Let's just turn off. Let's take out the receiver or the transmitter and plug it back in. That's weird. Unsupported signal? I didn't do anything different. Let's try it one more time. Now it's a black screen of death. Is it just connecting? It says it's connected. Okay, now we got an issue. Why would that be doing that? I'll just go and have a look. I don't know what's going on. I don't see anything physically wrong. So I just unplugged the HDMI cable and plugged it back in, and I still get the unsupported signal. Why would that be that? Why would that be unsupported signal? I don't know what's going on with that, folks. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll turn my camera off. I'll turn the transmitter off. I'll turn the transmitter off. Turn it off entirely. It's off. I mean, this HDMI cable is fine. I use it all the time. There's no problems with it. Now I'll just turn this transmitter back on. Yeah, Paul, excellent idea. Run the cable away from your International Space Station. Unsupported signal was the display from your video feed. Yeah. But what that's saying is that it doesn't like the video feed, but it's the same video feed that we've been using the whole time. The only difference is we've changed the cable, but the cable is completely fine. I use this cable all the time. So I figure maybe I've got to restart the receiver end. I don't know. Either way, it says it's connected. Let's see if I... Unsupported signal. What the hell? What the hell? What? What is happening here? Unsupported signal. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going to re-bring it into OBS. Okay. Check this out. It worked. Oh, that's a bit funky. Holy shit. What's all that crap? Look at the pixelization over me. OBS isn't liking it. Interesting. So I've just killed the mic. Now we got this mic again. So that's intriguing. It looks like to me, it's not, the frame rates are all shitty. This is outputting, what's the USB capture? As long as it works now. Yeah, but it's got to be clean, dude. Resolution 1920 by 1080. The frame rate's shifting everywhere. Should I set my camera? Also, your intro music is still in the background. Yeah, the underlay music is always there. Do you want me to turn it off? I'll just turn it off if you don't like it. I guess outside you don't want to hear it. Okay, what I'm going to try to do, I think I should set my camera to 1080-60. Currently, it's broadcasting 4K 60. And I think it's putting extra work onto the USB capture card. But hold on. What signal is the transmitter sending? Because there's a bit of a glitch going on there. Let me just, I can probably do that pretty easily just by changing in camera. I haven't done this in a long time though. Where is the menu setting? Menu setting, exposure mode manual, record format, record quality. Now this is just the record quality. Is this the output quality or just the record quality? I'll just change it anyway. It won't hurt to change it. Try 1080 and see if it makes a difference. Yeah, exactly. 1080. There's 1080. 428-bit log. Okay, we'll just try that. Yeah. I didn't like that for a second, did it? That looked funny. Okay, I think so. That's 24 frames, 1080. I don't know if that's any better. Benon, you probably bought a Chinese knockoff counterfeit product. No, the Magewell's not a knockoff. I don't like that though. That's I want 1080 60 because that'll downsample to 30. 1080 29.7 is okay. It doesn't matter for this test. It's cinematic, man. All right, so that's working. I don't know why that didn't work originally, but it's working now. Let's go back outside and you tell me if... Well, actually, I'll go outside and I'll stand next to the receiver. How about that? So we'll just go outside. Let's do this. So if we're out here... Did I change the mic over? I hope so. I think I did. So now, if we're out... Oh, shit. Of course, that's going to be way overexposed. I'll just put that back to 100 and we'll ramp that up to... Okay, so at this particular point, I'm standing next to the receiver. So I can go back up where we were and you tell me as we walk away, I'm like 2 meters from the receiver. You tell me if it starts getting scratchy audio from here, because now I'm only 4 meters, maybe 5 meters from the receiving end. We've just put the receiver a little bit closer to where we're going to be up top here. And I can see it, line of sight, right? Complete line of sight. So if I keep going up to the bench again, you tell me if it gets any scratchiness at all. As we walk, I'll continue to talk. So we're now up to the bench where we put it down before. So you tell me if there's any scratch or crinkly vision at all. Crinkly? What the hell? What a glorious day. You can see New Zealand from here. I'm going to go and check the chat. I'll be back in a sec. By the way, this is a bit weird, isn't it? I can turn this mic back on and come in on over the top. I'm sitting back at my desk. I'm looking at the feed. The feed definitely looks cleaner. I haven't listened to it yet though. Let me take a listen. Yeah, okay, so it is still crackling. I reckon that's what that is. I reckon that's the Magewell capture card capturing at 44 hertz and the OBS trying to broadcast at 48. But I don't have any way of confirming that without stopping the stream and starting it again. But what I am seeing, I'm not seeing any degradation in the image quality. It's just the audio quality. So that's a good thing. Yeah. In the chat, it's running smoothly now. It works better. Still a little crackly. Now hold on a sec though. Did it get crackly as we walked away? Yo, Daleski, what it do? How you doing, man? Did it get crackly as we walked away? I'm going to go over that edge and just see how far. If we get any further down the path than we did before, I might leave this mic. And I'll kill this mic again. It's jittery, probably bandwidth. The image isn't jittery though at all. Dale, the sound is spotty. Your voice seems clear. Yeah, because I'm sitting at my computer, so there's two audio sources going on. We're just checking. We're doing a sort of like a spot test here. Hey, Woz, how you doing, man? Yeah, the image isn't jittery. Yeah, okay, so it's not a bandwidth issue if the image isn't jittery. Thanks for that, Woz. How you doing, man? And Luke said only as you got up to the bench. Okay, interesting. All right, so what I'll do is I'll walk back up to the bench and I'll go over the edge and we'll just see how far away we get with it. All right, I'll kill this mic, so it'll just be the ocean noise, and I'll be up there in a second. Actually, I'm going to get a drink of water first. It's pretty warm. What's the audio sample rate? Yeah, we checked that. So my my Magwell USB capture card is audio coming in at 48 kilohertz, and the OBS is broadcasting at 44. So I reckon that's where the issue lies, but I can't change it during a stream. You've got to stop OBS and start it again. I might do that myself and just do an unlisted stream to check it, but I will check that. We're trying to like, you know, problem solve it as we go. I'm just going to get a water and I'll go out to that bench in a sec. Tech is hard. Dale Skins. Yo, Newman Media Collective just became a giver. Thanks, Newman. Newman Media Collective. Video looks nice and clean. Yeah, before we had a little glitching, and my camera was set to 4K 60, and the Magwell's downsampling to 1080/30. And then I think the DJI Transmission is also doing a slight downsample. I guess I should check what that is. Anyway, let's go back up there. I'll kill this mic. I'll go up there. I've had a drink of water. I'll see you in a sec. All right, so yeah, thanks for comments in the chat. I think we're doing the process of not negotiation, where what's the word? We're eliminating things. We're working on what it possibly could be. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go over the edge here. Before, when we did this test, we couldn't see the receiving end. Now, because I've got that HDMI cable run, I can see the receiver. But we're still going to lose line of sight. So I might get a little further down this path. Let's just see. I'll tell you when we lost the signal before. Pretty much about. I'll just keep going down. With it, because we were well under the line, so back up, get a good view of the ocean here. Check that out. Crookhaven Heads. I surfed off just the front this morning. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Well, let me. Do you know what? I'm just going to put it up here again. I'm going to go and talk to you guys. Should we chat here? Oh, I've got no chat though, have I? Should I come? I think I've concluded. I need to conclude. Should we go back into the room? See, the problem I've got, or the concern I've got right now, is that if we went back into the room, the audio scratchy stuff cleans up. So that tells me it's not a bandwidth issue, and it's not a mismatch of 44 versus 48. So what is it then? Interference? Let's do that. Let's go back into the room. If the audio gets completely clean as we get closer, as we're now moving back towards the receiving end, that doesn't make sense though. Why would the audio get sketchy the further you go away? Or is that what the different frequency range does? I don't know. Was you're a bit more knowledgeable about audio than I am? Is that what a frequency? I'm just going to cover up as we go back in. Is that what is that literally what a different frequency means? It broadcasts into a different. I don't know. Let me just put this back on auto ISO skins. We'll just go there. So back up in the chit chat. Kaput, yeah. Video went poof, audio gone, degrading, lost, breaking up now. Smack that thumbs up, folks, for shitty audio. Thank you, Dale. Okay, back up there. No signal unsupported. I reckon it's a line of sight issue. Agree with Dale. Newman Media. How you going, man? Thanks for the follow, Newman. Good to see you. Are you a streamer as well? Ben, you may need a tower on GoVan, a mast, get higher. Strap the receiver to a drone. Let that hover above the house, 15-meter cable. The land interferes with the signal. Interesting. Paul, put the receiver in front of an old Foxtel dish. Huh. Interesting idea. So right now we're using the audio from the camera. I can swap back to this audio. Let me just do that. So now we got. Oh, but hold on. But no, we want to check. Cancel that. Go back to this audio. So this is off. We're going with just this mic. So not really a streamer, but I like putting videos up. Cool. I see you playing guitar in that avatar. Where does the receiver sit? Right now, the receiver is outside, about 15 meters away. No, not 15 meters, dude. About 5 meters from here, maximum 5 meters. We did two tests. We did one where the receiver was literally sitting. I'll cut to the GoPro and you can see. Originally, the receiver was sitting right here amongst all of this crap, and now the receiver is out there into the white where you can't see, but it's about 5 meters away. How high up is it? It's about 3 feet off the ground, sitting on a chair. So not high up at all. So you think put it up higher? How could I test that? I could cable tie it to the shower. But I think I get higher. Okay, I think I reckon get it like over 6 feet off the ground. You know what? I might as well try that. Right? We're literally here. I'll go down and grab a few cable ties, and I'll cable tie it to the outdoor shower head. Newman, what is the goal you're trying to achieve? Okay, fair point. So what we're doing here, and because you're new, you don't know the backstory, but in August of this year, myself and a friend of mine, Marty, we're driving. I'm on the east coast of Australia. I don't know if you're where you are, but we're going to drive from Sydney Harbour, so the most scenic location in Australia, Sydney Harbour. We're going to drive from there, and we're going to drive. Oh, you're from. Okay, cool. And we're going to drive to Uluru, Ayers Rock, a place I'd never been before. I lived in South Australia for over 10 years and never went to the Rock. So we're gonna do a driving mission. We're gonna take like 8 weeks. We're gonna stop and explore everywhere on the way, and we're gonna stream it. We're gonna stream pretty much the whole thing if we can. And so I knew that I need two things. One of the things I still haven't got yet, but I'm gonna try to get some branding sponsorships with some bigger companies, because I'm gonna need Starlink. And it's going to need to be the Starlink in motion, so the dearer one. Starlink being Elon Musk's satellite internet. And then the other thing I thought we needed is this product, the DJI Transmission, so that when we're streaming from the vehicle, I'm going to have GoPros. I'm setting those up right now, actually. I've done the cable runs for them. We're in the vehicle and we've got stream, everything's cool. But the moment we get out of the vehicle and we want to go to a watering hole or for a swim or for a view or something, I want to take the stream with us. And that's what these transmissions are for. They've got a 6-kilometer range line of sight. So when we're parked up at we're parked up at some car park and there's like a 3-kilometer walk to a watering hole, I'd love to be able to take you guys on that walk. All the streaming stuff is back in the van streaming, and all I've got to do is take this camera and walk away with the transmission on the top and the receiver back at the vehicle. Now, we're doing tests here to sort of see exactly how this is going to work, but what we're seeing, it looks like we need to have the receiver up high and potentially line of sight. So if I can sort of get it onto my roof racks I've got a Mitsubishi Delica and I've got space up on the roof racks, but it can't be a permanent thing because we can't be driving with it. A mast will help bigly. Yeah, but it needs to be something I can easily set up and back down again. But what we can do here, we can test that theory by cable tying it to either the outdoor shower head or the gutter. I could put it up in the gutter. And I guess we could check that audio scratchy stuff again, potentially. Telescopic mask. Right. I'll get a screenshot of that in the chat. Telescopic mask. Yeah, I mean, lots of four-wheel drive aficionados have those structures that you can just get it up, right? Somewhere that's up high to give a line of sight to the waves. Nowhere's going to get. I don't have a long enough cable run to get that high. Let me just have a quick look outside and see. I don't think I can get it up that high, dude. No, I can't get it up that high because I haven't got a long enough HDMI cable. The only thing I could do is put it on the shower head, and all that would do would get it about another maybe 4 feet higher than what it is now. So right now it's say 2 feet off the ground. That would get it say 6 feet off the ground or 7 feet off the ground. Still not line of sight to the ocean, but it'd be an interesting test. You need 20 to 30 feet of elevation. Shit. Could you climb on the roof? I mean, I can get onto the roof. I just don't have enough cable to get up there with it. That's all. 7 foot might do something. Wait a second. If I take it... Okay. Thinking aloud. I could... At the moment, I've gone as far away with the cabling as possible, but I could come back closer to where we are and go up higher. I could definitely get it onto the roof, and there is vision to the ocean at that point. So if I came back with the cable, didn't stretch it out as far as it goes, but used some of that slack to go up, I could put it up onto the roof. The roof. Yeah, worth a try. Yeah, okay, I'll do that then. All right, I'll try that. Give me a few seconds, or give me a minute or two. I'm gonna go onto the roof. Actually, how am I going to do this? I'll put it in the gutter, then I'll go up onto the roof and I'll pull it up. Okay, take your time. What can I give you in the meantime? Do we have a slideshow of things or something? I'll tell you what, enjoy these images. I'll be right back. Hey, I went up onto the roof and then I got it even higher because this house has 2 roofs. It's got like I guess it's got a lower, like a normal roof, then it's got another upstairs with another roof, and I got it into the second roof. I'm going to take a photo of it to show you how good it is, because it's up real high and it's got definite line all the way to the ocean. Let me go and get a photo and come back. Okay, so I'm just airdropping this image across, but what this means is, because I've got that high and I'm literally pointing it at the ocean, if we lose it as we're going down the path, I should go all the way down to the edge and see if it picks it up again. But here comes the image. Let me just open this up. Options, open skins. I'll share this on this page here. You guys talking about whiskies? I'm working today, so I can't have anything, unfortunately. What did that open? What did that open? Preview. Where's preview? It didn't open it. Okay. Okay, here we go. So check this out in terms of the imaging. So check this out. So that's where it is. The imaging. Now, what you can see from this image. Now, what you can see from this image. Now, that's as large as it goes. Now, that's as large as it goes. Before, with my mouse here. Before we were kind of with my mouse here. Before, I mean, that bench is sort of just approximately. I mean, that bench is sort of just approximately. I mean, that close to there. Yeah, you may lose line of sight, but at the beach it may pick it up again. Yeah, you may lose line of sight, but at the beach it may pick it up. So that's. Yeah, you may lose. Does the manual say about how the receiver should be facing? No. Does the manual say about how the receiver should be facing? Anyone else getting echo? Sorry, that's my bad. The echo was because we went to a different scene and I had both microphones open. My bad. It should be okay now. So that's anyway. That's where we are. I will now walk outside, and we'll see how this goes. Hey. Now, which mic have we got on? We got this mic on. Yep. So yeah, you would have had 2 mics on that. That's me just not thinking. Okay, this will be the last test we do. We're going to walk as far. We're just going to see what happens. Come on, let's go. And I'll change the exposure as we get outside. I'll change that now, actually. Where is it? We'll go to 100. We will go to shutter speed of, I think we were at 1300 before. Okay, that should be good. So fully connected. We're heading towards the ocean. We're not even going to stop at the bench this time. Although, no, we should, shouldn't we? We should check the scratchy audio. Because that's if it's, as we walk away here and the audio gets scratchy, that's not, what could that be? I'll have to talk to, well, if it's not the 44, 30, 48 thing, I'll talk to DJI. But here's the bench we were at. I guess we should just stop here and I'll run in and check. I want to see if it's Did the audio get scratchy then? I hope not. Scratch, scratch. Okay, I'm back at you with the microphone from inside. Newman, audio seems better than before. Okay. Aero Gamer Dutski's in the house. F1 GP day here in Melbourne. How far is this? Like 5 meters? That's probably about 5 meters. This is way better already. Okay. Okay. So the higher up it is, the better. All right. I'll go back out and we'll walk down that section. We'll go from there. Alright, you want to go for a swim? We'll go down to the water's edge. So there will come a point here where I feel like we lose it as we go down here, but I'm willing to continue walking and see if it picks it back up again. It's meant to have a 6 kilometer line of sight. Here we go, pretty much we lost before. Whole area. We still lost it. Time to refresh. So should we go to the bench? See if it still connects. It's connected. Full 4 bars. Full 4 bars here, dudes. Are we still connected? This is where I come down to check the surf. Every morning I come right here. Look to the north, Crookhaven Heads, right there. I still see full connection. So we haven't lost anything. We're still fully connected. That's incredible. Well, it's not incredible, but it's proofing the concept that it has to be high and line of sight. This area is the dark deep before. So if it does lose, it does go. It does go. I'm still seeing fully connected. Holy shit! We need the roof. We can resolve that scratchy audio. We might be able to do some interesting streaming. I can tell you, we're pretty much at the beach. I kind of want to run back up and check. I don't leave my camera on the beach, obviously. Are we good? It says we're good. It says we're fully connected. Holy balls! Look at these waves. Up this beach now. Technically. Ow! I'm not going to do that without a chat though. This is what I wanted to do, get all the way down to the water's edge, touch water. I mean, this is as far as I can go. This is not waterproof. This is pretty much the limit. So this is as far as I'm going to go, and we are still fully connected I'm standing in the freaking water. We're streaming. Aside from the audio crackling, how's the image quality? Has the image been solid? I think we've nailed down a couple of things here. I'll give you guys a view of the water here. And it is right about now, if this is working, it's right about now when I have to stop for a second and just reflect on how fortunate I am to live in the most beautiful country on the planet and have access to this at such proximity. Like, I'm so fortunate to, this is like surfing every day. I get to, this is literally my backyard, front yard, side yard, all the yards. It's just, it's why I want to share it. I want to show you guys. Now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to tell you this. I'm just going to park up right here in the sand, get it on a bit of an angle. So what I want to do, you guys have asked me many times about live streaming surfing, and I've always said, you know, pretty tedious, you know, like, what am I going to do? Put my iPad on the beach and just stream from the iPad? It's going to be lame, right? But now that I have the Slack or the Solo Shot 3 Plus, and it's working perfectly every time. In fact, I haven't had one surf where that thing hasn't worked, and I've had 40 surfs with that device, and it's worked every single time, always. That device has an HDMI output. So right now, I'm outputting from my camera, my GH5, into the transmitter, and that's what you're seeing. Instead of plugging my GH5 in, I could just plug in the Solo Shot, go live, and then you guys see the Solo Shot. And I go out surfing, as I normally do, with my GoPros on, and you could see the entire surf session live, and then you could, if you were that interested, you could watch the edit back later on in the day when I cut it all together. By the way, we're not level here, we need H-Man. We're not level. So the idea of getting a live camera feed from a surf never interested me until the Solo Shot worked flawlessly, because that thing moves with me. Okay, there's a catch, or there's a what's the word? There is a downside, and the downside is you won't hear me speaking. It'll just be the sound of the ocean. But you'll be with me the whole time. I surf for about an hour, usually an hour and 8 minutes is the GoPro batteries. So, and to get that to work, I needed to have this work. So now that this works, what I need to do is I need to invest in a permanent setup to get I need to do a permanent HDMI cable run to the roof. But this is cool. This is cool. All right, and by the way, I'm talking about this as if this is working. All this shit might not be working right now. You guys could be in the chat going, he doesn't know it hasn't been working the whole time. I probably should go back up in that case, because it looks good here, and I'm seeing fully connected, full green bars, but it might not have been connected, and I could have just blown all that good story for nothing. Ah, beautiful. Right, let's go back up. Also, I should have brought sunglasses. These are my reading glasses. Oh man, that's better. I'll leave them on while I've got them on. But yeah, this is like a step for the live stream for the GoVan. And new media, I know you're new here. If you want to stick around, there's going to be test streams. I'm going to go locally and do some test streams. Still got to do pitch to a few different places to get the Tronlink, because that's like, it's going to be $5 grand, and I don't have $5 grand. I spent $3 grand on the transmission, or sold a little Bitcoin at the pump. That was a good move. Can't work the whole way through. I'll wait back up. the point. Here we go. This is literally where it didn't work before. Here's where it stopped. It did get scratchy all vision wise. I haven't had lunch yet. Right, we got to wrap this up now. All right, here we are, I mean. That's where we were. Down there. That worked? Did that work? I'm eager to get back in to see if that worked. Start putting in the chat now if it worked. Hope that worked. I feel like it worked. I mean, it would have said it didn't work if it didn't work. It would have said no signal. It didn't say that at all. It must have worked. Tell me it worked. Okay, we're going inside now. All right, here we are back inside. I'll just readjust some exposure settings, then I'll catch up in the chat. Put on auto, drop it down skins. I'll kill that microphone and we'll go with better mic. So I'll turn that one off. So now we've got this mic back on. Dude, it's so hot out there. Summer it feels like, but it's not. So now let me read the chat because I'm excited to see if this worked or not. Tell me it worked. Okay. Where's my chat? Where's my mouse? I mean, okay. My mouse is behind the I can move that across though. Get out of the way. Okay, let me read up the chat. Back up. Okay, so as was said, if you take your phone, can you see chat that way? Yeah. That's what I normally do. I just didn't do it this day. I just didn't take my phone's sitting right here. I just didn't bring it. By the way, the solo shot's on charge. I can't even show it to you. So in the chat, you're the man, you're the tech expert. You can fix this. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate the words of advice there, or the good vibes. I think he was walking before he saw it. Told you. Once you get low, the land will block the signal. Keep the camera high. It's glitching already. Doing better than before. Seems okay now. Nice. Choppy. Choppy vision. Choppy vision. It'll glitch with loss of line of sight, but as it clears up, it should regain. So at the beach should be good. Still a bit of a glitch. Benno, give me the model number of the receiver. I'll research the damn thing. It's called the DJI Transmission. It's literally, that's all it's called. And the DJI Transmission includes a receiver. Go to the water's edge, it'll improve. The glitch is when the trees and land are breaking line of sight. Agree. Water usually kills signals. Should clear up now. Getting better. Angel, not bad. Dugski, agree, Dale. The shrubs seem to interfere with the audio. It's better at the beach than the tea trees. Okay. Bennett failed at geometry, confirmed. Solid signal now. Woo! Image is fine now. Audio mostly good at the beach. Good audio at the water's edge. I'm telling you, a mask will solve your GoVan issues. Telescopic mask, 20 to 30 feet. Could you use a GoPro in the water? It still might work. Yeah, but you can use a GoPro, but there's no way to send the GoPro signal back to anything because the GoPro doesn't. Well, they do have a. They do. You can stream from a GoPro, but you need a media mod, and that's not waterproof. Telescopic mask, 20 to 30 feet. 6 kilometer range, only with pristine line of sight. Sketchy through the tea trees, worked at the water's edge. Beach was very good. Now it's work at the water's edge. So in summary, better than before. Through the trees on the path, it got glitchy and audio suffered, but never fully went offline. At the beach, it cleared up when you were sitting. The audio and picture was good. Trees aren't the issue, the land is the issue. Some excursions may require a recording, not a live stream. No, Dale, it's got to be live. It's got to all be live, man. Okay, but I think we've learned something. We've certainly discovered what needs to be done here. We need to get this receiver up high. I need to put the air conditioning back on. Receiver needs to go up high. We can do these streams from here, these surfing streams, but that will require a permanent HDMI cable run to the roof, or just wangle it like I have done now with a longer cable. I'm happy to do that as well, for whatever the times we do it. But what I will look into, I've also got to look into a permanent power solution for the receiving end. I've got 2 batteries that I can take with me on the transmission end. We've been using both of them here now. Oh shit, I forgot it's on the roof still. Oh wow, that's interesting. Hang on. It's on the roof right now, so there's no issues because we're below it inside the bedroom and the receiver's on the roof. So there's been no issues with that? There's been no glitching audio or anything? Interesting. I didn't even think about that, but because we're lower, stream is solid right now. Okay. So what I'm hearing there is the transmitter doesn't suffer from the same interference that the receiver does, because the receiver is the one that's out in the sun on the roof. Should be heating up too, right? Probably should pull it in. Newman, audio sync is a little bit out for me, but not sure of the cause for that. That could be just an issue with using this camera, but this microphone. I guess we can check by just turning this mic off and going back to the camera mic. Let me just test that. I can do an audio. See, I can do a second one just in case you weren't ready. It seems like the audio is a little bit, you're hearing it before you're seeing it, but that's just this mic. But I could find my freaking mouse. Here's my mouse. Okay, let me just turn off that mic. So now we're using audio from the camera. So just check this audio. And 2 of them. Yeah, audio's out of whack. And you know, and I know why that is. Yeah, and it's just because this microphone, when I stream from here, and I'm not using the transmission, there is an audio delay to match up the vision. It's just a little glitch. All right, so I think and now it's back to how it was because I switched back out to this microphone. I think we've pretty much done what I wanted to do here on this particular stream. I'm going to look into a telescopic mask for Govan, how they work, how they store themselves. Like, do they retract and then they just fold over? I've got to look into a long enough cable for they retract. Okay, thanks, Dale. Yeah. I've got to look into a long enough cable from the receiving end. I'm talking about power cable now because that's running with the battery, but I want to run it from 12-volt mains. Got to look into that. A D-tap, they call it. Look into that. There's a few things I got to look into. Hey, thanks for all of you being here with me. I don't need to contact DJI now. I feel like I've got enough information. I will change my OBS, but hang on, the audio is fine right now, isn't it? So the audio isn't sketchy at all. There's been no crackling audio at all since we got the receiver up high. I don't think I should do anything then. If the audio is good now and it was not good before, and all the things we did to get to where we are now, including putting it up high, has fixed that, I don't think I need to do anything with the audio. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to change it to 48. Is it 48 on OBS and 44 on the Magewell? Audio is 44 here, yeah. I mean, it can't hurt to change it, I suppose. All right. Hey, if you liked this content, if you're thinking about doing your own trip to Uluru with Marty and live streaming it, and this has helped you, please like the stream, share this out. Anybody out there that's thinking about doing something even remotely similar to what I'm trying to do, please share this content out, because yeah, my content gets buried on YouTube. They don't, there's nothing I can do to unbury myself, but you have the power. You have the unburying power. So use it wisely. Hey dudes, cheers. I got to go to work. See you all sometime. Nice bird. See you later. Get that out of there.